Brad Shoemaker.
Hi, Jane.
Can I interest you in some tactical decisions?
Oh, sure. I make those every day of my life.
Okay, good, cool. What about some gems? Maybe a crystal.
Oh, you got that crystal?
I got a dark crystal.
Whoa.
All right, last thing.
I didn't know this was that kind of party.
What about some odd-looking? Well, maybe odd is harsh. Maybe some uniquely designed puppets.
You mean Muppets?
Yeah, is it a Muppet if it's designed by Jim Henson?
Is that a trademarked term? Can we say that here?
We'll say it anyway. Brad, welcome to the Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance.
Tactical Muppets.
Tactical Muppets, ready for deployment.
From, the fine game makers at Netflix.
Yes.
The video game people.
The video game people. This is actually made by the same studio that made that Stranger Things RPG that came out last year.
Yeah, because they've been getting into this weird habit of putting out video games along with their original youth-oriented programming.
Yeah, and this is an odd property of theirs to make a game out of, because I think the first season of this released around September of last year.
Okay, yeah.
And this got brought up in Nintendo's Direct during E3.
Right. So I'd assume this is on the Switch as well?
We're actually playing it on the PC, Brad.
Yes.
And this is available now. It's available on everything for $20. Welcome, Brad, to the world of Thra. Thra. So the gist of the game, it pretty much follows the timeline of the Netflix series that it's named after, which is supposed to be a prequel to the original Dark Crystal movie. I don't remember it well, but I remember it giving me nightmares as a kid.
We should get in here and fight some stuff, because I want to be reminded what these buzzard people look like.
Oh, you'll be reminded. So real quick, you see here these little purple pips. These purple pips on our map denote the story quests to further along our progress, while these little light blue ones are just
side quests.
Side quest, you got it. You cracked the code, Brad.
That's why I'm here. The expert.
I don't know if you know, but the Netflix series actually has a pretty star-studded cast.
I do know that, as a matter of fact.
So let's pop into one of these story missions so we can get some of that sweet, good story and voice acting talent.
Did they get some of the prominent names on the voice cast?
They did not.
Okay.
So let's quickly deploy our characters. We may drop out of this mission.
Whoa, can you go back?
Yes.
There it is. What in the world?
So, Gelflings, as we'll see, we can see here, are our main, not protagonists, player characters, along with some supporting a fizz gig.
I think it's just a ball of fur with teeth.
And then here's a podling. I love Hop. Hop, I'm trying to level up. But let's see if we'll
level up Hop.
Got to level up your Hop. Let's see if we can get some of the story going here. Okay. So unfortunately,
no voice acting. This is not. Let's point out this is not a full-priced product. Correct?
Oh no. It's going for $20 across everything.
That's fair.
And I guess I never checked out that Stranger Things game, but I would have assumed maybe they'd have some sound clips or notable stuff.
Yeah, you get people in the booth, maybe just read a couple extra lines here, but there's all kinds of contractual stuff you got to worry about then.
Oh, 100%. The about page of this game just is nothing but a giant terms and conditions page. So yeah, this is a tactics game similar to a Final Fantasy Tactics, Into the Breach.
Would you say a Fire Emblem? Would you say
a Fire Emblem? Yeah, I'd say that. But actually, I just wanted to show you how the story missions are pretty much approached. We'll quit out of this real quick. Yep. And so yeah, it's all handled by a bunch of motion comics and then little character portraits just talking.
Okay.
Which you can, if you just want a decent, nice, quick tactics game, you can completely pass over everything.
Okay. How are the tactics though?
The tactics are pretty neat. It's very bare bones. Let's deploy our units real quick. Ryan, I believe, is one of the main characters of the show. Has been one of my heavy hitters. Yeah, we'll need a Sage. Yeah, Sage is good.
What up, Breg?
What up, Breg? I was really disappointed to learn that Breg isn't an actual character in the show.
Oh, that's a shame.
And then you know what? Let's get Hup out there. Let's get some Hup.
Love to hop up.
Love to hop up. So how the turns are doled out, you see each character here has their portrait, HP and MP, and then the requisite stats. This little recovery number here determines the order. It's kind of like their speed.
Okay.
And then the character portraits up here denote the turn order. So let's take Breg, and after we click on a character, we can see all their actions. Let's move here. I've never actually seen this enemy. Oh, a strategist. I'm glad I brought you, because you're our in-office strategist.
So what kind of move budget do you have per turn? Is it like kind of standard like 2 movements or 1 movement and an action kind of thing?
Yeah. Standard, you get to move to a physical spot, and then on top of that, you get to either attack or take an action. Some require MP, some are just class actions unique to the character. So we're gonna go ahead and mark, let's mark this character. I found marking to be very essential in this game. It pretty much increases your accuracy when you're attacking that specific enemy unit. And then, you know what? Hub can't reach. Elevation is also a very important mechanic in this game. It is very important to have the high ground.
I understand that having the high ground is in fact crucial.
Yeah, see Hup here.
That in fact a fight might be over when one attains the high ground.
Exactly, see Hup ain't doing so hot here. -5, -10 because we got the low ground, but let's throw this mud ball anyway. All right, cool. And then this is one of our mage adjacent characters. Let's see if we can, still out of range. Let's actually fly with, it's not even gonna go that far. Let's just get you over here.
I was finding it a little sedate or kind of mute even in that story mission, but it's got some nice pleasant music.
Yeah, the music actually has been really, really nice. The little bits where there are voice acting is just the little hit reactions. And unfortunately, it's recycled between enemies and your hero characters.
For 20 bucks, what can you expect?
Yeah. So, I initially came into this game because like Final Fantasy Tactics is probably one of my favorite games.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that about you.
Advance over Tactics.
Oh, really? I was just about to ask how you felt. Okay. Huh.
That's an odd stance to take.
No, I don't think it's the first time I've heard that. Doesn't that game, aren't you like children in that game?
Yeah, you start
out on a playground or something?
You start out doing, the tutorial is you tactically conducting a snowball fight.
Okay, yes, I have heard that.
Yeah.
I would have to go back and check. I almost feel like I remember when that game came out, the attitude at GameSpot was, this is maybe better than the first one.
Yeah.
Right up there.
I wonder if that's
not far.
It's more of a recency bias thing, or if anything.
I think it was pretty fondly thought of at the time.
Yeah. So there are certain character abilities that synergize very well with other characters. So we marked this enemy with Breg here, and Ryan was able to do a heavier hitting attack because that enemy was marked. Otherwise, Ryan wouldn't be able to use that ability. Right, let's see. We don't need to worry about that for now. Let's focus down on this character. So you can see when you highlight or hover over an enemy, it'll give you the damage calc, the hit percentage, and the crit chance.
The old hit percentage of doom.
Oh yeah. And since this character is marked, it's for sure going to hit. Let's knock him in the back of the head. Hup, I don't know if you can tell, but he's wielding a spoon. Very menacing.
Almost like a ladle, in fact.
Yeah, now that you mention it. Yeah. So let's speed on here. 83, 83. I think that's probably the heaviest hitter here. So yeah, most of the general missions have followed this pattern of defeat all enemies or get from one point of the map to the other. Certain characters need to survive. And it actually has like a pretty deep pool of characters to choose from. We'll get into the job system after this.
Are you fighting sorry, Geldling?
Gelflings?
Gelflings? Is that the... Are you fighting
mice?
other Gelflings?
Yes.
Okay.
So the story is that the Skeksis. Oh no. Brad, this is going bad.
Talking and playing games, man. It's get on top of you.
The Skeksis have created a plot against a ragtag group of Gelfling, maybe the Resistance. We don't need to go super all out on this guy. We can knock him out with this. So there are certain Gelfling that are enemies that have turned on our ragtag group here, while our Resistance Gelfling are trying to get the truth out.
And the age thereof.
Yes, and unite the clans.
Got it. It's all coming together here.
Yeah, and then Hup was just hanging out with one of the characters.
Do you fight Skeksis?
Yes.
Skeksis?
Yes.
I never did quite get a definitive answer on what is the singular form.
Maybe it's one of those where it's Skeksis versus Skeksi. This is quickly going south, Brad.
Are you able to just like bail out and start over if you want?
Oh, 100%. And you know what? Let's see it out. If we die, if we die, we die.
Any like permadeath or kind of hardcore stuff?
Not that I've seen. I haven't bumped it up to the harder difficulty if that adds a type of permadeath. But even though our characters are down here, that doesn't mean they're down for forever. And from where I'm at so far, my healer characters haven't been able to revive party members. And on top of that, you'll notice there's no option to use like a potion or other items to regenerate some stats.
So it's heal or nothing?
It's heal or nothing.
Magic or nothing?
Regen, MP or nothing. Some of that is tied to specific classes. We'll stand over Hup here. Okay, all right. Breg gets to go again. Breg's very fast. Let's move you. What are you at? You are at 122. Yeah, so this has been a game because I'm quickly just reading. Oh no, we've been stunned. Oh boy.
It's got that fire moss.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And Ryan is stunned. Oh boy. All right. I should have paid attention to the suggested level here.
That's okay.
And maybe not bring Hup, who is lower level than our friends.
Hup gave everything he had.
All in that little spoon he had.
All you can expect.
Yeah. So let's actually dip into the party here. So surprisingly, this was much more characters than I anticipated. Ryan, Brea, and Deet are major.
Sorry.
Major characters from the show, I believe.
Okay.
And from here, let's go into the jobs. So you can set a primary job from this little tree we got going on here, and then you can also get a secondary job to use the abilities of that job. The abilities, you're allowed 3 for your primary abilities, and then secondary only allows 2. You're not actively leveling up your secondary job, which was a little bit confusing at first. You'd have to set as your primary to level that up. But whatever your primary job is what you are leveling up and gaining more abilities.
Okay.
So yeah, Soldier is like one of the starting 3 up here. And even though I've unlocked Paladin and Stone Warden for Ryan here, just based off of the skill tree that I'm seeing, kind of seeing it to be more advantageous to stick to 1 and try and max that out.
Sure. Do you know can you just kind of grind endlessly if you just want to
Yeah.
max job after job?
Yeah, if you're able to do the side quests effectively, not like how I demonstrated. The equipment is very, very simple. It's just
Might need better than worn and rusty weapons if you want to.
Yeah. That actually has been a thing where I've completely forgot that I was using the base weapons that I've had since the beginning of the game. So yeah, there's only 3 equipables: a weapon, armor, and a trinket, and that applies to most of the characters, not including Hup Hup actually has a different job system, where Hup, who is a podling, can either become a tamer or a cook. You know, put that spoon to good use. Boggy also has just this.
Boggy has one job.
Boggy has one job.
How do you get stuff? Does it drop after you win battles, or like
Yes.
is that like a loot kind of system?
So after you complete most of the story quests, whether it's a much more plot-heavy story quest, you'll generally get an item after it, or you can visit this store here. And so after each mission, whether you're doing the story or the side quests, you'll be gaining pearls as your currency. And then you just pop in the store, and that's when you can buy more equipment or little trinkets for your little heroes here. A neat thing that this game does is, so say right off the store page, we wanted, what can we afford? We can't afford a lot. I just bought some trinkets. This wood chopper, and then this shows you every hero that it's compatible with. And then from there also, whether it'd be a stat boost or a decrease in what they're currently holding. Well, let's not buy that for now. But yeah, so far, like that's pretty much just been the flow of the game.
Yeah.
Right now, there's been
It's a lot of clans to unite.
a lot of clans to unite, and I honestly had no idea from my recollection that there were that many. What do you say we try to successfully test our metal?
All right, give it a shot.
Actually, let's see if we can find a. Where's one of those missions? Maybe I did that side quest already. Oh, you know what? Let's
Test your metal.
test our metal, Brad. I might not have the proper skills equipped. Let's do it anyway.
Go for broke.
Go for broke. So that's actually one of the Skeksis.
Oh.
Skeksis? Well, they're not here anymore. But anyway, let's drop in Ryan, Breg. Let's have her Sage, and you know what? Let's throw in. Let's throw in Naya.
Oh, I thought it would be Boggy's time to shine.
You know what, Brad? For you, we'll get Baki.
I gotta see how this. Yep, there you go.
Just there he is.
Is it always 4 characters per battle?
Certain maps will allow for upwards to 5, I believe.
Okay.
When you go into each mission, it'll have like a level suggestion of what you should be at, and let you know how many characters you can pop into. So actually, on top of all that, I was very dismissive when I initially booted into this game, based off of how it looks and stuff. But on top of the job system and all the equipables and stuff, each different race of Gelfling or player character has their own unique abilities also. Certain Gelfling are immune to poison, while others, actually, let's see. Well, Ryan here, his clan ability is Stonewood Clan gains 10% crit chances on top of everything else. So Boggy, what do we want Boggy to do? Boggy is actually a pretty good healer.
What can Boggy do? Encouraging yap.
You know what? Let's go back.
Yap it up.
Let's give an encouraging yap to Ryan here. I think Ryan needs it.
I think we could all use a little yapping.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine if we had a little Boggy in the office? Forget a therapy dog. We need a therapy Boggy. Can't do much here. We'll just
Just hang out and read this book.
yeah. Oh god, they spit at me. All right. Okay. Let's see. So we don't want to go in here, otherwise we'd get hurt pretty bad. There are abilities that push and pull enemy units. Can't do much based off our range, but you know what we can do, Brad? We can throw this rock.
You threw that rock.
This is no joke. I honestly think the throw rock ability is one of the best abilities in this game.
Hey man, kinetic ballistic warfare.
Yeah, see, look, this, off that one rock, this spider's down to 20 already. You know what, let's mark this other spider. Boggy, what can you do, buddy? Finish off this spider. What about that?
This is Boggy's moment.
There we
did
go. Oh, look at that little guy.
Have you seen much of this show?
I tuned into the first 2 episodes.
Okay.
It's really well done.
Yeah.
I mean, like the puppetry is.
I'd see pretty positive stuff about it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
People seem to be pretty into it.
Like we mentioned, and we also mentioned this on the Bombcast. Like the cast for the show is surprising.
Yeah, it's immense.
Yeah.
First of all, there's just like 40 names in the guest list.
Yeah, like
I mean, a lot of them are like sort of guests, sort of like bit appearances, from what I can tell. But
like Ryan is voiced by Taron Egerton from The Kingsman and Rocket Man.
okay.
Boggy, I don't know who voices Boggy, but it's probably big name talent.
Is that the Andy Samberg character?
Probably.
For sure.
Andy Serkis maybe too.
Saw Sigourney Weaver shows up now and again.
Yes, Sigourney Weaver, I believe, is the narrator for the show. Gosh, Ryan's. You know what, let's go here. So, like I mentioned, some abilities synergize well with others. We wouldn't be able to do this aim strike if this enemy wasn't marked. I bet that'd be a waste. Let's just do a reckless blow on this. Okay, all right. Boggy, time to shine. Oh, gosh. Everyone's pretty healed up. Let's just attack this spider. But yeah, it's funny, we were talking about pretty much like playing through a game enough for the quick look, and then halfway through that thinking like, oh, you know what, I'll just finish this game.
Yeah.
And I think this is gonna be one of those games.
Really? No kidding.
Yeah, it's supposed to follow the show, so I feel like if I get into the show enough, and it was, well done from the episodes I've seen, you kind of follow along with whatever story's presented here.
Sure. Plus, it's an off year for Fire Emblem.
Yeah, it's an off year for that.
Need some turn-based strategy in your life.
I'm never gonna get my remade Final Fantasy fix. I've come to terms with it. I feel like Square has had tons of opportunities to remaster that series, whether it's like the Advanced series or War of the Lions stuff. But I mean, they did put a bunch of Final Fantasy games on the Switch recently.
That's true.
So there is that.
I wouldn't count it completely out of the realm of possibility. But
Brad, we did
it. You did it.
We outsmarted these spiders.
Because you had Boggy with you.
We had Boggy with us. That's probably why we failed that first mission. We didn't have Boggy with us.
I mean, I wasn't going to pass judgment, but use that uke.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, the level progression it's very simple. You're gaining XP for completing missions. Boggy.
He can startle now.
Now he can startle people.
I mean, I was startled the first time I met him, but
Look at that face.
Yeah.
And then you're getting rewards, whether sometimes it's items, sometimes it's just pearls, sometimes it's a new playable character. So yeah, Brad, that's not.
This seems serviceable. I mean, it's not like nothing like radically innovative in the turn-based strategy space, but for $20.
Yeah, if you're itching for some turn-based tactics, this is definitely serviceable, and it's been fun.
Yeah,
it's been fun, and relatively easy if you're not getting overwhelmed by the enemy units. Brad, it's been some dark crystals.
Thanks, Jan, and video game developer Netflix.
Thanks, Boggy.